I just spent the whole of 2024 trying to get £100,000 in the bank by starting a business, and I ended up getting £21,000 or $26,000 in the negative. I started out delivering food for Uber Eats, bada bing, bada boom, tried a few things, ended up pressure washing driveways and other things. I just wanted the financial security that comes with having £100,000 in the bank, but we ended up having even less money in the bank. In fact, we got into a lot of debt, but we gained the skills to make all that money back and more. Me and Kendra, who's my fiance if you didn't know, we're going into 2025 full steam ahead. Like, we're not taking weekends off. We can't afford to be having downtime at this stage in like our finances and of starting the business. We're going to be working 14-hour days, just like we have been for the whole of 2024. And it's not that the solution is just to work more, it's to work smarter and more, building on the foundations that we've laid for creating a reliable, profitable business. I thought when we started this series that within the first year, we'd just smash through £10,000 in the bank. Like, easy, right? You just flip some things, hustle Uber Eats on the evenings, do some YouTube, get some views in from the videos there, like, you know, make a shorts channel, you know, make some vending machines, just chuck them in some places and start getting the passive income from the vending machine. No. I mean, that's not actually what I thought I was going to do, but like, that is what people think you need to do. And the reality is you need to do one thing for a ridiculous amount of time without thinking the grass is greener and just jumping ship and moving to that. I thought I had the knowledge of what to do going in. And don't get me wrong, I knew some of the stuff, but like, until you actually get into the weeds of doing it, there is so much more that you realize that you don't know. Like, I thought we were going to smash through the £10,000 mark, get to 100,000 in the bank within the first year, and then just onto millions the years thereafter. But here we are, minus £21,000 in the negative, with more knowledge and skills, but still in the negative. And we are going to do it. I just can't guarantee when. In this series, it's not like, this is how we did it, and this is a tutorial, so now that we've figured out all these things, it's easy for you because you can just go and do it. We already had that. There's like plenty of business channels out there that show you and tell you exactly what to do, in theory. And then you think, right, I'll just go do it. And then it will not go that way. I've read literally over 100 business books. I've watched more business YouTube videos than I can count. I've made plenty of YouTube videos of like money making challenges where I've actually made money. And I've got a graveyard of like past businesses from Airbnb hosting, Amazon FBA, tech startups, previous YouTube channels, all of which I've learned lessons from. Even with all of that and a year of just going really hard every possible hour of the day, focusing on one singular thing. I mean, yeah, there are a couple of detours along the way, like the wedding thing. Let's just forget that happened. We're almost a year solidly into the pressure washing business, and there are still problems to solve. Like, we're not getting enough leads in, we're not getting enough jobs in. The current constraint is getting enough people in, enough leads, and that's just the next constraint to solve. It's an advertising problem. And then as soon as we solve that, there'll be some other thing that's a constraint of the business, and there'll always be a constraint, and you have to learn more skills, get more experience to sort of solve that constraint, and you get to the next level of income, then there'll be a new constraint. Our income's pretty much going to stay at the same level until we solve our advertising problem, and then when it does, we'll go up to the next level of making probably 100,000 a year in profit. But then what? Are you guys just going to sit there for a whole year watching the videos while we slowly just trickle up towards getting 100,000 in the bank? And we're already negative, so it's going to take longer than a year to get to 100,000 in the bank. And then we've got living costs coming off, so it'll be even slow. It's like, that's not enough. So we need to get it above 100,000 a year net profit. What's the constraint going to be then? It's probably going to be not having enough fulfillment. Like, we can get the jobs in, we've got people saying yes, and then we just can't say, yeah, we can do it to all of them, because we don't have enough capacity to actually do it for them all. So we'll have to get an employee in. Then the constraint will be knowing how to hire and retain employees. And there's always going to be problems, and that's the fun of it. It's problem solving, it's a dynamic environment. It's the ultimate real life video game. And as for these videos, like, I can only thank you guys who are watching right now for just coming back week after week after week when the bank balance is going down and down and down, and like, damn, people still watching. The videos are rock solid at about 5,000 views per video for the whole of 2024 and through to now. And it's because of you guys. Like, that's why I'm putting these videos out. Because if no one was watching them, what would be the point? So thank you guys. But the content business, we have a video editor and we have another person who does a sort of everything else role. I pretty much at this point just film myself doing it, you know, look in on some of the edits. But there were two other people who really make the videos happen, and they need paying. And they have worked for far less than they are worth for the longest time. And like, the channel needs to grow, to give them more opportunity to grow as well. So we need to push past this 5,000 view per video sort of plateau that we're at. And I think the way to do that is to pack more action and just more entertainment into one video. And also make the videos less like linear storytelling where it's like, here, this week we did this date, then the next day, then the next day, then the next day. It needs to be more entertaining than that. So we're going to switch from the weekly videos that we've been doing for a whole year to monthly videos. And that means that next Sunday, there's not gonna be a video coming out. And I thought, basically, the whole point of me making this video is to tell you guys, next Sunday, there isn't gonna be a video, and this is why. It's gonna be monthly videos from now on. I mean, I might sprinkle a couple of like different types of videos in between here and there just to spice things up, but for the most part, it's gonna be one video a month, and it's gonna be more action-packed, longer videos, and I hope you guys enjoy them, and you keep coming back, and I guess I'll see you in a month.